والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين أما بعد. Alhamdulillah, by the fadl of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you are now beginning one mission in which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned in the Quran that He is Rabbul Alameen, the creator of heaven and earth and sustainer of all. Allah Jalla Majduhu, who have created these millions and millions of stars and galaxies and things. In all of those galaxies, planets and others, in Jannah and all the universe you see, none of us can get there as such. Who is looking after those creation, that creation? It's Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala Jalla wa ala. A small speck of dust, this earth is like a small speck of dust in all of the universe. He could do it here as well, and He is the one who has provided. But why then there are certain people who need their other things? This is really a great privilege which Allah Jalla Majduhu wants to give us, because if there are no people in need as such, we cannot help, we cannot give any charity even. So we should not look upon this like we are doing favor, but favor is being done upon us, that Allah Jalla Majduhu uses us, which He could do Himself, which He could do through angels. And many a times I go for a walk and we see some in the pond or some other animal, ducks and swans and other things, and we see people, they bring some bread or anything when they are walking one day or 2 mornings a week, and they just throw it for them to eat. The question is that they might feed them one day in a month. Where are they being fed from all other days? I might know. So it is Allah Jalla Majduhu who is feeding. So what we are getting or anyone is getting is a reward actually. And also near the day of judgment, a time will come, and the Prophet Islam said a person will actually have gold and money in their hand, and they will be going from one place to other, that is there any needy person I can give? But everyone will say, no, I don't need, I have enough. So that is the thing. Secondly, in this regard, one of the important matter is, the most important matter rather, is that everyone who does good deed in this world to help the people, they get benefit. But in order to fully benefit, one should do it for the approval of Allah Jalla Majduhu and the pleasure of Allah. Because people will never be able to pay you back. They will never be able to appreciate you enough. They might give you a medal, they might say, hello, yeah, you're doing a good job and things, etc., etc. But who knows what the struggle you go through, every step you will take towards the climbing the mountain, every heartbeat which increases the heart rate. They don't know what's going through. Or you are going through illness, you have a disability, you have a fracture, you have a temperature or anything, you have a sleepless night, or you are leaving your children and other things. Fully no one knows except Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and to some extent yourself. And Allah Jalla Majduhu has mentioned, Inna Allah shakurun alim, which means that you will never find someone who values and appreciates your deed more than Allah Jalla Majduhu. He is the one who put the greatest value. So one should get out of this equation, approval from people. When you try to become, you may say, good in the eyes of people, high in the eyes of people, and honorable in the eyes of people, and you become like you have some status, whatever, let's say you have a big following, or you have a big car, or you have a big position politically or in any way. When the creation knows this, they try to put you down. They try to put you down. Oh, why is this person flying high? Pull his legs, this, he's not praying, he's doing this, etc., etc. But when you try to become beloved to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, or actually righteous in the eyes of Allah, when Allah knows this, He raises you more high. When the creation knows you're going high, they pull you down. And when Allah knows you are trying to get His approval and be good in His sight, He raises even you more. He even calls the angel Jibreel alayhi salam and says, "Oh Jibreel, look, I like this person, you also love this person. The angels are 7 heavens, there should be no angel who don't know this person." That is how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala appreciates. And others, they might, like you see many celebrities, many people who have been doing good work, or when they die one time, few times, the news 9 days will come up and then they go up then everything. Plus they don't get, but doing good work and helping the needy and helping remove some difficulty from people is such a deed that even if you do not do it for the sake of Allah, you still benefit in this dunya. Like non-Muslims who do good work, they are rewarded here by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If you do but you don't have sincerity, in Akhirah and some extra benefits you will not get in, but in some way worldly you still will benefit. It is such a blessed mission that even done without sincerity, you benefit later. If you do sincerity fully, you benefit in Akhirah and things as well. So, intention, only Allah knows of your. Keep refreshing it. And then you will be out of depression, because the one who needs to know, he knows already. And you know already he knows. So you're not really bothered what you are being approved, or actually you're getting some appreciation and things or other things. Secondly, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam mentioned in one of the hadith narrated by Imam Muslim, he said, someone who funds a widow and the needy is like a person who is in jihad fi sabilillah. So you should not undermine, or you are doing some easy job with fundraising or doing things actually. But the Prophet is saying you are fi sabilillah. You should consider yourself is in jihad. And jihad is meaning struggle, like you struggle from here to there, going mountain, whatever, etc., etc. So he said, he mentioned that this person is like, he is in jihad fi sabilillah. He's like that person. So you should have that mentality. I am in jihad with heavy feet or light feet, or actually a person needs just to go do his mission. So that actually. Secondly, he said, and he is like a person who prays without getting bored and worships and continuously. So he's like a person who is doing nawafil and things. So when you are there, you shouldn't, if you are doing your faraid and think that's alhamdulillah very good, or you do few nafal tahajjud, but otherwise you are already actually like a person who is in jihad, a person who is praying, and he is like a person who fasts continuously. So these are the three very sacred amal: jihad, salah, and fasting. And Prophet ﷺ said that this person who funds, who works, or who puts effort, he is amongst these. He gets the reward of these three in one. Actually. Moreover, the what other benefits a person will get, one cannot imagine, because in one hadith of Sahih Muslim and by Imam Musnad Ahmad, it says that actually that when you are helping a needy person, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala jalla majduhu, He considers you are helping Him, you are feeding Him, you are relieving Him, although He's free from any help, anything. But because He loves His creation, so once, it's like you say, oh, if you help my daughter, it's as though you help me. If you help my son, I will consider you help me, because you have a attachment with your daughter or son. So Allah has attachment with the creation. He loves His creation. They are the dependents of Allah, as properly Islam said, Al-Khalq wa Ayalillah. The creations are the dependent of Allah, and Allah loves the most that person who is most beneficial for them. So imagine, like in the hadith it comes that if you give something to the poor or the needy, before it reaches them, it reaches the hand of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's as though you are in it. So this is with this idea that that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will consider that we are helping Him, and so all of the meaning perspective changes. That it's not about the creation, it's between you and Allah Jalla Majduhu. And also you must have heard a hadith in which the Prophet ﷺ said that whoever dies whilst he reads kalima la ilaha illallah, he enters Jannah. Have you heard this? No, no. Okay, at the time of death, like his last deed is la ilaha. People say he's a very lucky person that he died reading kalima. He just the last thing which he did, he'll enter paradise. But the Prophet ﷺ said, whoever last deeds, he ends his life and his last deed is feeding the needy for the pleasure of Allah, he will enter Jannah. Also, this is Bishara, is part of same hadith, but we keep on repeating only one part. So whoever last deed, like let's say you've done last deed, you've done before you die, is helping someone, feeding a needy, he will be in Jannah. And whoever last deed is by fasting one day, meaning he was fasting on that day before he died, he will enter Jannah. And whoever lastly he says before dying, La ilaha illallah, to please Allah, so he will enter Jannah. So amongst these three, this person is also included, helping the needy, feeding the needy. So let's say this is such an amal beloved for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that once you would like to do this before dying even. So that's why Rasulullah ﷺ, before he passed away, he gave a lot of sadaqah, whatever he had actually, to the poor and needy and everyone. And with his words, he was also saying, Salah wa ma malakat imanukum, about women that look after the needy, look after the poor, look after the slaves, and be good to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and have the connection with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And also, in one other hadith, the Prophet ﷺ said that you only get help and risk because they are the weak people from amongst you, because of them. So those people who are affluent, who have money and things, they shouldn't think that it's just our effort and things. This is because of the weak and needy people. Allah SWT gives others so that they can transfer, so they can share with these weak and needy people. But if they just possess themselves and don't spend, they are doing a wrong thing. And also, the Prophet ﷺ said that when you are trying, let's say you might be thinking, oh, we are going for 3 days, what will happen to our work, what will happen to our house, need this, and I have this need, and I have need this. You will be busy helping the creation, and Allah will be paying attention to put your affairs and settle your affairs of dunya. So once you come back, you will see those things which didn't happen in years and months of your effort. Something starts happening automatically, things are happening which you could have never done. So never you are a loser. Always, as I said, actually, great, actually you may say, but if you have the sincerity meaning you are doing it for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's sake, because He is the best rewarder. Let me give you an example. Let's say there is a person A and person B. Person A, if you work 8 hours, person A says, I will pay you $1 million, £1 million. Person B says, I will pay you 1,000. Now who you should be thinking about, who you should be working for them, who you should be thinking that you want to work for the person, A or B? See? The one who wants to pay you, who will pay for the same 10-hour day's work, 1 million, and the B person says, okay, I can pay you 1,000. So who would you think you should be looking forward, or you should be employed towards which company? What do you think? Yeah? A. You can go 1 million there for one day, and the other one is giving 1,000. So he is giving something, but actually giving 1 million solves your problems of actually life. That is the example. Allah is the A person, A for Allah, and creation is B. They will give you something, little bit of plot thing, but only very little. They themselves have limitation. But when Allah wants to give, then you cannot imagine. So always have there. Then it becomes easy. For the task become easy because your motivation is with Allah. You are not bothered what someone is saying, who is giving priority to what, etc., etc. A little bit uncomfortable, etc. Because you know your wage, your appreciation, your everything is safe, because your intention, you protect your intention, and Allah will protect your reward and the benefit and things, and dunya and akhirah also actually. So alhamdulillah, because of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, this is a very sacred work which you are doing. And one of the, look, if you have looked at the Tariqa Muhammadiyah, mainly it has two objectives. One is the pleasure of Allah, and one actually other is benefiting the creation. They both benefit the creation, also to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Jalla wa ala. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you, both, especially the sisters and daughters. You cannot imagine how actually things, the people who will get help. There's so many people in distress and things. And yes, one person said, oh, countries are helping, what can I do? You see, that's not about this. More than countries, Allah is rich. Allah has everything. More than you and Allah has. Point is not, Allah is looking, what potential, are you using your potential or not? That is the point. It's not about a millionaire gives $1 million. It doesn't matter. He has a potential to. Allah is okay. This person has the potential of giving 10 pounds, and he or she did not give 10 pounds. So they are actually trying. So it's not about who gives what from, but what potential, what ability. Allah just wants to see you have used your ability. That's all. You are. Yes, you have intention of helping and feeding whole of the earth. Yes, the intention should be like this, but you do only what you can and what you have the ability. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you. And also, if you have any question, you may ask. And this is, mashallah, very good project. The next, inshallah, for future, inshallah, project, we have researched on that matter, that what is the most needed thing in these poor countries. And we have found that people are suffering from one thing which they suffer is from, especially which is more to do with the sisters and daughters, that expectant mothers. In a country like Pakistan, Bangladesh, India, others, they have 80%, you may say, their babies are born with C-section because the doctors make a lot of money through operation. Let's say they make, you know, 500 pounds through operation, but actually if they do normal delivery, it is like 100. So they always buy, yeah, this is better for you, and that actually then carries on, and it is. Plus other food, someone can survive 1 day, 2 days for even without things. But when a mother is expectant and she wants to have a baby, no money, she can't wait for even hours in that. And then there's pressure upon the mother to actually, she is giving birth to a boy or a girl, and then plus if there's no finance, there's malnutrition, and then there's no money. The husband has to go to the doctor, he has to beg, ask relatives here, there. It's an experience of hell for women, especially. So next project we have thought about is not to build a hospital, but just a maternity unit, a mother and child actually care center, just focusing on that, gynecologists and things, that where actually people come, who can pay, they pay, who can pay 50%, they pay, who can't pay, they are actually vetted and they are given free. And then actually, alhamdulillah, this is also a big problem in these countries, because obviously children are being born continuously, and then either they are done in the village or in there, or the doctor, some pseudo type actually doctors, and who are not really doctors, they are doing, baby get actually to die, the mothers get actually killed, and many things happen, and plus there is no. So this is one pilot project we intend to start do in near future in Pakistan, and then actually to replicate it to other main provincial cities, because this is giving a big relief. You can't, if you feed a person, you give them a relief. Alhamdulillah, they are, that's very good. If you give eyesight, or you may say glasses, which we are doing every month, there are 3 eye camps which is under the Dabbagh Trust every month, not once a month, 3 free things. But the relief which a mother gets, actually after that, when she knows, oh yeah, she can have a baby in healthy environment with some food, some nutrition, and some little bit of help, the heart which of the mother is put at rest, because the right of the mother which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has placed is also because of actually bearing the child and giving the birth. So this means what they go through is unimaginable, and the person who can relieve, alhamdulillah. So this will be the next, alhamdulillah, future mother and child actually unit or maternity unit. Yes, there are other needs as well, hospital things, but they can take days, people can wait sometimes months, but this is something which they cannot wait for, and it is because of vulnerable, you may say, part of society, women, they don't have any say in these countries, they don't have anything, they just actually treated like actually, I would not like to say, but just like slaves and animals, and not given anything food, and tortured and taunted and things. So it's a big, mashallah, service, and both actually the mother and child, and the Dabbagh Trust intends to actually also do that as well. Jazakumullah khair. If there's any question, anything you want to ask, so you can. So always try together, but not missing it, so that you have help of Allah on your side as well, because there are certain actually flexibilities which a person can do in journey.
One more time to ask a question.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.
As you can imagine, some of us will be going through lots of emotions, throughout the trek. Is there anything or anything that we can think of, or anything that we can actually pray to give us strength and motivation to keep going?
Yes, first thing is that a person, if you offer the prophetic azkar morning and evening, alhamdulillah, a person gets protection. And for the time being when a person is in help and needs help, so du'as like Ya Hayyu Ya Qayyum bi rahmatika astaghiz, for example, this is one dua which Rasulullah taught his blessed daughter Sayyidah Fatima Zahra radiyallahu ta'ala anha, and it is that when a person really needs help. And as far as emotions are concerned, you are best of the both worlds. If you come back alive, you are successful. If you do not, you are still successful. So there's no possibility of failure here. If you are in jihad, you are in the way of Allah, you are Rasulullah is saying that you are like a person who is in jihad, a person who passes away. A person have to actually, you may say, leave this world. So that's not, a person should never fear as such. A person should fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. One doesn't go in front, but if a person is doing good deed, and you have motive, because many people who, yes, they go through emotion when they're doing something, they're going to rob a bank or kidnap a person or hijack plane. Well, yes, they are, because they are mentally then disturbed, because they know they're doing something. And when a person is in holy mission, meaning both ways, they are, alhamdulillah, they should know that we have no failure in our life at all, anything. And that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is all-knowing, all-powerful. So we assign ourselves to and death is not to be related to that it will come on top of a mountain or on a hospital bed. It comes with the coming of angel of death, not with anything or whatsoever. So one should not get out, one should get out of this zone of fear and thing, and do whatever one can. And remember Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, plus these emotions, when a person thinks about danger and things that say you fear there's a danger, that should help you even to remember akhirah. Yes, look how this world is a dangerous place, or anything can happen. So one should be in the presence of Allah, and also thinking that the world is actually dangerous. So a person should always be prepared for akhirah. And just be having, like the Prophet Islam used to do a dua this before in the journey, and he used to say, one of the parts of it, Allahumma anta sahibu fi safar. Oh Allah, you are my companion in this journey. How does Allah become your companion? With intention and presence. You have intention and pleasure of Allah, and Allah is with me, seeing me. Angels are with me. Angels of protections are with me. And I am actually on a dedicated mission. So, alhamdulillah, a person, even Muslim, if he ends up even on planet Pluto, he does not become bored there what's going to happen, because he is still in the, you may say, kingdom of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now we'll just do dua, and inshallah before dua we'll just repeat dhikr. And dhikr means to remind ourselves that what is our purpose. So when we say La ilaha illallah, we are saying we should do the deeds for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. There is no one worthy of doing deeds for, no one worthy of being worshipped, worshipping except actually Allah. And others, when we say Subhanallah, Alhamdulillah, we are glorifying and greatness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, His power, and He is protecting us actually all the time actually, Alhamdulillah. And a person who is in the help of creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is protector and helper. inshallah, I will repeat some kalimat of dhikr. You can, inshallah, recite with me. Astaghfirullah. مولاي صل وسلم دائما أبدا مولاي صل وسلم محمد سيد الكونين والثقلين والفريقين من عرب ومن عجم مولاي صل وسلم دائما فاعلم أنه لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا 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 الله إلا الله إلا الله إلا الله إلا الله إلا الله إلا محمد رسول الله يا حي يا قيوم برحمتك أستغيث يا حي يا قيوم برحمتك أستغيث يا حي يا قيوم برحمتك أستغيث يا حي يا قيوم برحمتك أستغيث
حي يا قيوم برحمتك أستغيث أصلح لي شأني كله ولا تكلني إلى نفسي طرفة عين أستغفر الله أستغفر الله أستغفر الله أستغفر الله الذي لا إله إلا هو الحي القيوم وأتوب إليه اللهم صل على سيدنا مولانا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه وسلم. الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وأصحابه. Ya Rabbal Alameen, you are all knowing, you know everything about us. You are all hearing, you have heard what we have said and what we intend. Ya Arhamar Rahimin, you are all seeing, you see our inner self, our hearts and mind and everything. Ya Rabbal Alameen, we do not claim anything, but we would like to have the best of the intention to please you, but we seek your help in order we may worship you in the best way possible, to have the best intention to please you. And Ya Rabbal Alameen, and we ask your help in all of the good deeds which we do, dhikr and shukr and husni ibadah, and especially these brothers and sisters embarking upon this journey for your pleasure to help your creation be